What is under or over absorption? Let us take the case of one Mr. Paul who runs a pen factory. He wants to find out what is the cost incurred per pen that he produces. We know that the cost of any product comprises of three components. First is the material cost. This could be the cost of plastic used, or say the metal used in the nib, or the cost of ink. Then comes the labor cost. This is easy too. Say two men are working 1 hour each for a pen. Then the labor cost is 2 labor hours. But then, when we get to the overhead component, things begin to get tricky. For instance, would it be possible to ascertain the exact depreciation involved per pen? Or say the exact electricity cost per pen? Probably not. This leaves Mr. Paul's cost accountant in a state of confusion. Since overheads are indirect costs, they are not directly ascertainable with the product. To overcome this scenario, absorption costing asks us to estimate the overheads based on a budget. Then, through a process of departmental allocation or apportionment and reapportionment, we absorb these estimated overheads to our product. The details of these processes would be covered in subsequent videos, but what we need to understand here is that absorbed overheads is based on estimates. Thus now, the cost accountant has managed to arrive at the absorbed overhead per unit. But since the absorbed overhead is based on estimates, the actual overhead at the end of the year could be either greater than this absorbed overheads or equal to the absorbed overheads or lesser than the absorbed overheads. If the actual exceeds absorbed, it is a case of under absorption, and where it is lesser than the absorbed, it is a case of over absorption. Now let us take depreciation and power as example overhead costs. Say, absorbed depreciation is the same as actual depreciation. But in the case of power, the actual could be either greater than, equal to, or lesser than the absorbed overheads. Now what is to be done with this under or over absorption? Absorption costing says that if the under or over absorption is a small amount, or say if it is due to any abnormal reasons, then it can be charged to the costing P&L account. In any other case, say like a genuine wrong estimate, we arrive at what is called as a supplementary rate. This supplementary rate is then used to increase or decrease the overhead rate per unit by adjusting the respective accounts. This ultimately makes the cost accountant happy. As a final thought, we'd like to leave you with a question. What do you think should be the overhead cost per unit? Should it be the actual overheads, or should it be the absorbed overheads which are based on estimates, or should it be any other amount? Let us know in the comments below.